All right, we live. Boom shakalaka. We ain't got no
Yeah,
applause today.
yeah,
We
mama
ain't got
said
no
I'm telling you
applause.
what to say.
We ain't got no music.
Yeah, yeah,
None
I'll
of
spit
that.
some bars for y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we good.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we good.
You
We
gotta
good on
go
all
against
that.
the odds and life's hard, but when you
We
gotta
good on
play
all that.
God,
Now chill, bro. We good on all that. We good on
yo,
all that. Yeah.
let me
So
share
I'm
this shit, let me share
so
it.
what I'm trying to do right now is share this up. Bear with us while we do our shares. You know what time it is. We ain't got no music though. But yeah,
We on
you in the-
YouTube too?
if you in the building, yeah, we on YouTube too. If you in the building, press share for your boys. We on YouTube and Twitter as well. You feel me? So help us get our shares on. Each share count. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
So unfortunately, we ain't got no theme music today. So bear with us. I'm gonna try to get through these shares as quick as possible. So y'all don't have to be bored with silence. Mm, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Think I'm done. Yep, I'm done. I'm done. Let me know when you're ready, Big Fair Breezy.
I'm ready. I get to
Nice.
all of this after the podcast.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the building already. JJ Jackson, Mama Rampage, Kumar, I see you. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah.
Shout,
Shout to Mama Rampage.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Share, please. Yeah, I mean, share, please. But yeah, we here. Who run the city? We remote again. Part of my background, I got a little pink castle behind me. You know what I mean, I'm a kid, man.
Yeah, yeah, now I'm working on it, man. I've been getting roasted about my cereal boxes for months now. You know what I'm saying? Now I stand by my cereal boxes. I like what I like, and if anything, y'all should take recommendations about cereal when it comes to cereal. You know what I mean? So shout out
At
to
least you
Cereal
got
Brand. Want to
At least
sponsor
you
you
got
for
your stickers. You feel me? At least you got your stickers on your fridge, man.
Yeah, I just this came in the mail. I was waiting, hoping it came, but right before the podcast, like, yo, oh my god, that shit is like, you ever seen Pulp Fiction? You open a suitcase.
Yeah,
That's when I seen this, I was like, yo, this all I need right here, man. I was happy.
yeah. I mean, so you already know what it is. Who run the city? How you want to start this week, man?
Oh man, we could start however, man. Like, listen, I look at it like from last week to this week. I said we would go 4-0. We played 3 games. We 2-1. You know, so and we 5-5 in our last 10. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's what it is, man. What about y'all, man? How y'all doing over there, man?
We 6-4. I mean, excuse me, 4-6 in our last 10. We had a rough week. I think we lost all the games this week. You
I
know,
want to know all about it because it did look rough from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? French fry phone, yeah. I don't see why you defend him. Trade him. Just trade him.
I mean, he's been playing well as of late, except for the last game. You feel me? Like
Okay.
he's been playing well as of late, but the team as a whole has not been playing well. The bench has fallen off, uh, and that's a big
Why?
part.
Because Rose not there?
I think that's a big part of it. Come here. All right, peace out. Yeah. Yeah, that I think that's a big part of it is the fact that Derrick Rose is not there. Uh, but it's just it lack of consistency, man. Like there's not consistent play throughout the team. You feel me? You'll have a few good games of RJ, playing really well, and then you'll have another couple games where he's inconsistent. Same thing
Yo,
for everybody on the team.
yo, what's up with Santa Candle Randall? I seen a clip. Mrs. Nick, she had posted. It was how Evan was trying to calm Randall down. He's like, "Yo, get off me, man! If I slap you, you know what I'm saying?"
He didn't say all that. Stop the cap. So do I agree with the way Randall handled himself in that moment? No, I don't agree with the way that Randall handled himself in the moment. But do I understand where he was coming from? Absolutely. Literally, the play that just pursued, he got clotheslined by the defender, and it was no call, and he wasn't receiving calls all game. You feel me? So I get where his frustration and anger is coming from, especially with the fact that he's not playing well. You add that on to the fact that he was getting beat up that game, and it wasn't giving him no calls, and he literally got clotheslined at that play, kind of send him over the edge. I'm not saying that he was right for the way he reacted. I definitely think he should have handled that in a better way. But I understand where he's coming from in that respect. And also I was crucial of Randall in my last Nixon ish, live. He
How
has to
so?
be he has to be better, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has to be better. You feel me?
yeah.
If you the leader of the team, you can't really be getting in your emotions like that, bro. Like
Word.
it is what it
Melt,
is. You got to be better. You feel me? That's it. And
word.
and, and the part that bothers me the most about Julius
Don't
Randle,
melt. Don't melt like a candle.
yeah,
Randall.
yeah, chill out, bro. Yeah, so the part that bothers me most about Randall is the fact that you know he's a tank trying to drive like a Ferrari. It don't make sense, right? Like you a tank, you have a purpose. It's to run things over and blow shit up, right? And
Uh-huh.
that's what he needs to do. But he wanna high speed and finesse his way around the game when he's really the biggest and strongest guy on the court more time than not. So why are you shooting fadeaway jump shots on guys that are 2 inches to 3 inches smaller than you that you have 30 pounds on? You feel me? It's frustrating to
Music to my
watch.
ears. Yo, exactly what I say. This is what I mean. Like again, the biggest complaint that I hear about Randall is the him not handling the pressure like the him, again, like you said, to me that's leadership. Like Evan is trying to calm him down. I'm making the most of it, but obviously because I'm a troll, right? But from my perspective, he's trying to calm him down, like, yo, chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Evan, he he new to the team. You know what I'm saying? So for him, like for Randall to kind of shun him away like that, it's like, you know what I mean? Like
Again,
leadership wise, it could put him in an awkward
again, I
locker room
think
situation.
I think that that is being made too much of because it's been many times that we watch players in the NBA when they're heated in a situation, whether it's with the refs or other players, they push their teammates off of them when they're trying
Mhm,
to make a point. You feel me?
mhm,
Do I think again? I don't think
mhm.
Randall was right in the way that he acted in that moment. You feel
Yeah,
me? I think he should have handled himself a whole lot better. Uh, and but also I'm not gonna blow it up like pause that he did something completely outrageous in that moment when his temper was flared. We see this all the time in the NBA when players are trying to get calmed down by their teammates and they Kalia pick up the guitars. What are you doing? That's making too much noise, baby. Thank you. Uh Uh, so like I was saying, yeah, we see that all the time. So I'm not gonna make a big deal about that situation with Evan. What I will make a big deal about is the fact that Julius Randle came out to have continuing to complain to the refs.
definitely.
Right, you caught a tech going into the half, and the first
Talk
thing you
about
do
it.
when you come out of the locker room is walk over to the refs to complain. That already shows me that you was taken out of the game by the refs coming into the second half.
Hmm.
You're not ready to play. If the
Yeah,
first thing that you're gonna do when you get on the floor, instead of taking it out on the opposing team, you're gonna
hmm,
take it out, or you're gonna come out and complain to the refs, that's not a
exactly.
good look.
That's
That's
the
not a
Senate
that's not
Candle
a good look.
Randall stuff I'll be talking about. All right. So look, what I'm saying is far as the magnitude of the situation. Randall is the leader of the Knicks, if that's the understanding, right? So if that's the case, a lot of the criticism is going to be on him when it comes to win-loss situations. And I feel like because the team is losing, he's getting looked at. But when you look at his numbers, it be like, yo, bro, come on. Like the last game, I think what they produced 10 points between Evan and Randall.
Yeah.
And that's more looked at on Randall than Evan, because you kind of not like expect Evan to do whatever, like be that good. But you always kind of from last season, I'm looking at it like from last season, I expected Randall to keep that same energy. And case in point is I feel like there's a quarrel there, and I'll say it because this, and then I want to hear your side. I feel like when I looked at the stats, right? I just looked at it before I pulled up, and it showed that pretty much y'all didn't win on the trying to get more offense. Right now, points per game, y'all in the 27th, and assists per game, y'all in 29th. So the whole point again, Evan and Kimber added these new pieces around Randall and the bunch is to add offense. And for y'all to be 27th in points per game and 29th in assists per game, I could see where the frustrate why you know what I'm saying that candle wax getting hot. You
And
know what I'm saying? You don't want them to melt.
I think it's a mixture of things. You feel me? As when you're a leader of the team, of course you get most of the blame, if not all of the blame, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Heavy lies the crown, right? So whatever when it's going good, when it's going good, you're gonna get all the praise, right?
It ain't
And
the king
when
of the city crown.
and when you lose, you're gonna get all the criticism, right? And that's what's happening with Julius Randle. But I think it's a mixture of things. I also think you have to start taking a look at coaching philosophy. Because last game, I blame a lot of that
Mm-hmm.
on Coach Tommy T as well.
So
Why
that's it. Oh
why
man.
why did we shoot 38 3-pointers and we only made 9? Like like we we was killing them on the boards.
Tell me more.
We was killing them on the boards. We had 38 points in the paint. They had 46. But my point is, if we could have did better, like in points in the paint, if we just attacked the basket. How are you the coach and seeing your team continuously struggle from the 3-point line, and you
Uh-huh.
not, telling them to go to the basket?
Exactly.
When you
Exactly.
have the type of finishers like R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Evan can even finish at the rim. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And Mitch has been playing out of his mind as of late. You feel me?
Right.
Mitch Mitch
I seen that he was playing good basketball.
Mitch had 17 points and 15 rebounds last night.
No, okay, to
So
add to
and
that.
and hold
Okay.
on, hold on, hold on. And
Okay.
the game before, well, he only had 8 and 6, but the game before that, he had 19 and another double double. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we not feeding him more when he's rolling to the basket? One, why are
Uh-huh.
we not attacking the basket more often? Two,
Uh-huh.
yo, you even went and Kemba Walker's back, and we all know Kemba Walker is a pretty good finisher. You feel
What?
me? He's a pretty good finisher. And he's been a frustrating part too on his comeback is the fact that the sole purpose that you on this team is for your offense.
Right.
Why are you not uh why are you not being aggressive and attacking? You feel me?
Mm-hmm. You're
You
not
going
walking the walk.
you going
Walking the walk.
he's going back to what he did when when he first got here before he got benched. Like he's playing like that instead of playing like how he was playing when he came back from being benched.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And
Damn.
it's even to the point where RJ Barrett said in a post game interview that we need to attack the basket more.
Right.
You feel me? Like if the players know it, and that's all he's the only one that consistently been attacking the basket. Yes, Khalil.
Right.
All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, he's the only one that
Oh
consistently
my God.
attacking the basket, right? And his numbers been showing it. Like he didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a particularly great game, but he was tied for most points on the team with 17 with Mitchell Robinson. And that's
Mm-hmm.
because his jump shot wasn't working, but he was still attacking the basket.
Uh-huh.
Like it's that simple. The 2 points the 4 points that Julius Randle scored came from him attacking the basket, but most of the game he was shooting fadeaways and 3-point shots. It don't make sense. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
I do feel you. And
yeah,
again, this is why I was just waiting. I'm just take all my notes that I was going to say about the Knicks, and I don't even need it because everything that I would say in the rant, you pretty much said. And to add to that, what I will say is that's the difference between a D'Antoni coach team. We all know this, and Steve Nash team style of play this year. It is way more 2 pointers than 3 pointers. Let's just keep it there, because since being contrast. Way more 2 pointers than 3 pointers. That is the name of the game for the Brooklyn Nets, and that's added because of players like Marcus Aldridge and KD, who's known for their mid-range game, right? And then we add play pieces like Patty Mills, who's known for his three. So again, the mid-range game opens up the three ball, but for the most part, heavy emphasis on us taking way more 2 pointers. The success of the Brooklyn Nets, besides the star players and this and that, even with Harden, like y'all is saying, oh, I ain't playing like in Houston when he's playing and going downhill and everything is not a three ball. When Harden is going downhill, going attacking the basket, and with the mid range game between KD and LaMarcus Aldridge, and just building around that and how we play our offense, we win a lot of games because we're attacking the basket. And now on the defensive side of the ball, we're protecting the basket way more than we did prior. Well, in contrast to last season. So yeah, I'm saying all I have to say. Winning basketball in the NBA, far as identity for the Brooklyn Nets, is attacking the basket, not the three ball. Some teams are going to be known for the three ball. That's not us, especially without Joey Harris. You know what I'm saying? Patty Mills, he holds us. He does what he can. And Kyrie does what he can. I ain't gonna lie, Kyrie could hit the three ball, and KD he could knock down the three ball. But what Joe Harris does is make the defense respect him while he's on the floor because of his percentage. Like if he missed that first one, that second one he gonna knock down. He's shooting shy of 500, and he's been that good since he got out his slump. And he had a good almost 10 games without a slump. And he was just playing well, just real efficient behind the arc. And I'm saying all that to say that we've been way more selective with the threes. Our attempts from last season to this season have decreased significantly to where our style of play and identity is different from last season to this season. We're way more aggressive in the paint, attacking and protecting, and that's why we're a winning ball club thus far.
yeah, yeah. And again, you know, I think I also like I speak very highly of Coach Tommy T. I love him as a coach, for changing the culture of the New York Knicks within a season. You feel me? So I but I also gotta criticize him when he's effing up, and I feel as of late he's been effing up. Uh, the fact that
Tell me more.
the fact of the matter is, you know, his substitution rotation sometimes is puzzling. Uh,
Is it any game? Is it any specific game where you feel like he could have coached us to a win? Tell me that. I want to hear that.
I feel like it's several games. And this one in particular, the last one against the Pelicans. Uh,
Okay.
we went into half. We went into half only down by 4 as poorly as we played.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we gave up 27 points in the first quarter. We held them to 19 in the second. We
Mm-hmm.
only scored 17 in the first quarter. We scored 25 in the second. Right, so we're in the game. We
Mm-hmm.
have the momentum. Now we come out into the third, and we have a history this season of being a slow starting third team, the starting unit, right?
Yeah, I heard because
So,
of that game too. Just so you know, I had a
so,
parlay on it and I lost because of the Knicks.
so, so when things start going bad early in the third quarter, because they started going bad very early in the third quarter, he doesn't try to shake it up. He doesn't change from what he normally does in the third, which is play the starters down to like the 4 minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
By this point, we already down by 20 now.
Right, right.
You have to put some energy into the game. You can't keep on depending on your bench to try to bring you back into the game, which we did. In the
Mm-hmm.
fourth quarter, we brought it back down to single digits. But at the same time, we could have stemmed the tide earlier if he if he just made the proper substitutions in that game. And I feel like there's a lot of games this season where he could have made substitutions earlier that could have
But
brought us
speak,
back into the game earlier.
so
Instead of
speak
waiting
on
for
that,
us to go down, instead of waiting for us to go down double digits,
right?
like, bro, you know there's a pattern with this team. Why not stem the tide earlier versus waiting until the 3 minute mark when we down by like 20 points? I think we could have won this game easily. And you don't tell them to change up their offensive philosophy. Hey, let's attack the basket. The Pelicans have no rim protection.
Yo, listen, I'll be honest. I heard Tommy T in an interview, and that was the reason why I was slow to throw you apart the other day. Um,
Right, man.
the thing is, Tommy T, in my opinion, the way he talked about the team was he was like, I thought my vets, this is a direct quote, I thought my vets would give us a spark. And then he just went on and he kept continuing. But I remember those key words. And again, I've heard prior Nick fans say that he's shy to work with his rookie.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing the pain that Knicks fans have to go through. I'm hearing all of this chants about play the kids, play the kids, play the kids. And that's one of the things that we kind of honor about Steve Nash at the moment. You know what I mean? From week to week, we got a different rookie that's playing better than the other rookie. Like I was big on Cam Thomas, but last week he wasn't the best rookie. It was Dayron Sharp. My point is this: is that we never know that if they don't get minutes. You feel what I'm saying? And the significance is that Steve Nash gave all four of these rookies minutes in the first 41 games of the season to kind of decide who would get more minutes in the second half of the season. So I see the coaching that Nash is doing. Word to my mustache, Nash is doing better than a lot of people giving him credit for. So I would just like to say that I like that we know Dayron Sharp brings something to the team that we didn't have, and that's interior offense. He can attack the paint. He can, again, emphasis on we wouldn't know if Nash didn't put him in the game. You feel what I'm saying? The significance of the rookies getting time is for the veterans to be on the floor 100%. You can't expect veterans to be at 100% if they don't never get no rest. You got to, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
the reason why your rookies are getting so much minutes is because there's somebody always out on your veteran core. You feel me? Like that's kind of a fact. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
but
well,
because
I won't
before,
argue that, but they ready.
yeah,
They ready. Those rookies are ready. They rookies, though. Listen, Cam Thomas, I feel like if they try to develop him, they should do it to more of a point guard, not a shooter. Help him be more of a facilitator instead of a person, a guard that could knock down the three ball. Ron Sharp, I feel like they working with him. Just kind of let him keep developing the way he's developing. He's developing fast. He's the last one to get minutes out of the rookies and the fastest one to develop from game to game. He went versus Valanciunas and I won't say stifled them, but he didn't hurt us bad the way. And as a matter of fact, he outplayed Valanciunas and he outplayed the guy on Chicago, man, Vucevic, man, and he outplayed another guy. Like, yo, trust me, the elite big men in the league, he's giving them trouble. But what I will say is that he has to get better. And Lamarcus Aldridge even teased him about it. He said he got to get better with his fouls. He got fouled out of his last two games. He had six fouls. But I like that because when watching the game, like I said, when we watch the game, you see what happens when that guy goes to the player, goes to the charity stripe. They don't always knock down that free throws. And speaking of free throws, I heard free throws is a big problem for the Knicks, man. What's going on with that?
this is the fact. And again, I feel like this is something else that could be fixed with coaching. Like, how will you not make this an issue? Every practice at this point, yo, I need 100 made free throws from everybody on the team at the end of every practice, bro. Like, because
Hey,
we shot 60%, 66% from free throw line last game. We missed 12 free throws. We
wow.
make those free throws. If we make all 12 of those free throws, we win the game by one. And I
But be
feel,
honest,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm and the last game against the Timberwolves,
yeah.
We missed how many free throws? We missed 9 free throws. We make 3 of those 9 free throws. We win the game by 1.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
But
that.
what I'm saying is be specific. Who's the player missing the free throws? Who
It's
hurt you?
it's the
Like,
whole.
yo,
It's the crazy part. It's the whole team.
I
It's the
seen
whole
Randy
team.
miss some key. He was taking two
Yeah,
free throws. He missed one of them, but that
yeah.
was an
This is a fact.
important one for him to hit, though. You
Yeah,
know
that
what I'm
was that
saying?
was at
Like,
the Timberwolves game. But what I'm saying is, it's not just him. You feel me? It's not.
okay,
It's the whole team. It's R.J. Barrett. I've seen Evan miss free throws. Alec Burke, Mitchell Robinson,
hmm
even Quick. He's a 90-something% free throw shooter, but he even missed a crucial free throw. And I'm like, what is going on here?
yo, we're
Is
the
it
best team in the
contagious?
NBA efficiently for free throws. Free throws,
But
not attempts, but free throw efficiently. Yes, it's
but
us.
I
I
I,
heard the stat.
I will say this, with the exception of a handful of games, defensively, we're still playing pretty well. We just can't score. The
Right,
Pelicans only scored the buck 02. We
right.
scored
That's
91. This is the
that was
problem. You
right,
like
right.
this is
This
the problem. And
exactly.
and the problem stems from not being aggressive. You feel me? Not being aggressive in attacking. Like, we need Kemba Walker to attack. If you're on the court and you're not attacking and you're not fulfilling your obligations as an offensive player,
Mhm.
you're not a good defender. So if you're on the court for 21 minutes and you only score 5 points, that means defensively you're hurting me because you can't really guard your man. You feel me? Like, your 21 minutes on the court is in essence useless if you only score 5 points, because it's not like you're going to do a great job defensively. We know you can't do that. That wasn't going to be the case for you with signing you, right?
Yeah,
So why not be aggressive and do what we brought you here for,
man.
which was score, score, score the basketball, bro.
This is funny as hell,
You feel
man.
me?
Yo,
But
look, hold on. I just
but
want to say one.
I will say this. I am going to change the subject. You know what's funny? The fact that y'all got to cheat to win basketball games. What's
Oh
good with
man,
your coach?
yo, now what I will say is, I think it was incidental, and again,
That's cap.
I don't know what happened, but what I will say is this: good karma, karma is karma, and the Wizards had a wide open look at the last shot of the game, and they missed. So my thing is, even if it wasn't incidental, I won't argue and debate it. I'm saying it's not. You say it was. I won't argue. Whatever, right? But they had the last shot at the end of the game, a clear, clean look. And if that was gonna stop them, because when that did happen, it happened like 5 minutes in the game. Like, bro, it was like, hey, man, things
That we
happen.
talking
I
about
think
5 minutes.
weirder
That
things
was
happen.
that was at the end of the game. You feel me? That was one of
But
the
it was
crucial.
5 minutes
It was one
exactly.
of the crucial possessions of the end of the game. And
Okay.
to say that it was incidental, you know why that's cap? Because all the coaches and all the players on the sideline, how many years have we been watching basketball? And when the ball start going out of bounds on crucial plays in the fourth quarter, what does everybody do? They move out of the way of the basketball. If you thought it was going out of bounds, you everybody knows on the bench, move. Let the ball go out of bounds. You feel me? But that man clearly stuck his hand over the line and disrupted the pass. That's
Don't
cheating.
worry about it, man. Don't
What
worry
you mean?
about it.
Don't worry about it. That's cheating.
Nah, look, all I'm saying is they find us, and it's
You know,
about
you know
playing
what?
basketball.
You,
We was
you know
it
what?
with Washington. And so my thing is this: we was not home cooking. That's a Washington game. And to my knowledge, Kuzma pressed the referee to review it. So if they looked at it and still considered it incidental while there's gameplay, that's not on the Brooklyn Nets. As a matter of fact, shout to Kuzma because he pointed it out for the refs to look at. But
Bro,
if they still miss it after that, that's not on
bro,
us.
bro, you sound like
We
you're making a lot of excuses.
swear.
You sound like you sound like you're making a lot of excuses. The fact of the matter is that man cheated, bro. You feel me? Everything that happened after that is in it doesn't matter after that. You feel me? It doesn't matter
Nah,
who
I
missed
do.
the
It was 5 minutes in the game.
it don't
Like it
matter.
still could have went
It
either way.
don't
That's fair
it
to
don't
say.
matter. It don't matter who missed the shot later in the game. The fact of the matter is that
Okay.
a possession No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter because it's the fact of the matter, you don't know what could have happened on that possession. A possession was stolen
right?
from the possession was stolen from the Washington Wizards, and it was stolen by a coach on your team. You feel me? And that's cheating. You feel me? That's cheating. And you know
Yeah.
why the fine is trash? Because the fine doesn't reverse a win or a loss. Y'all won by 2 points. So who
They don't
says
reverse a win or
who
loss, and
says
you can't depend
who
on the refs
so
to
who
win or lose you the
so
game.
who says who says you know who says what could have happened in that possession? That fine doesn't reverse the loss. You feel me? Like there should have been a technical foul. They should have got the technical free throw and the ball because that's what that situation calls for. Like for instance, I'm going to compare. You know, our game against the Timberwolves when the refs gave us. Oh, they said, oh yeah, we missed 3 crucial calls in the last 2 minutes of that game. And I'm like, what does that do for us after the game is over? You feel me? Like, it
I
doesn't
do,
reverse
and
it.
that's what I'm saying. They put players in situations where the refs are not going to help you win. If anything, they're going to help you lose. You know what I'm
Hold on.
saying? So
Yo,
you
Kev calling
gotta
me
play
right
hard,
now.
man.
You you
Gotta
know,
play
you know, you know Kev calling me. You know what he calling me for. So let me let me put Kev on right now.
What's good, man? What's good, bro? You see this nonsense, bro? How one day, they complain about the refs because the refs did something to them, but when it goes the other way, it's very convenient for them, especially
No,
when they get the win. You notice that, right, T
it
Top?
happened to
Yeah.
us too. It
You know,
happened. It's real.
it's
It happened to us too. It happened to us in Portland. They could have easily looked at it and said, "Yo, we
only
add
reason
more 6 seconds
is
to the
win because
shot
it.
clock and the
That's
game
the
clock."
only
They could have
why.
did that. They didn't do that.
Yo,
If not, they'd be nailed on the bench just like everybody else would be.
bro.
And on top of that, they missed a call
Like,
for it to even be the Portland Trailblazers ball anyway. We look, it happens to the best of the teams. It don't just happen to the Knicks or
uh,
just the
Yo.
Brooklyn Nets.
Go
It
ahead, Kev.
happens to a
Go
lot
ahead.
of different
what you
players.
saying?
I can't.
I
Y'all
mean
was both
teams.
talking. Y'all was both talking at the same time, so I couldn't really hear either one of
Oh,
y'all.
okay,
Word.
okay.
So
But yeah,
yeah,
man, it's just funny to me how when the refs go against him, it's a big problem. They make me think about it, right? But when it does it, it's okay.
bro, that man clearly touched the basketball. That's cheating, bro.
Of course, bro. Of course, and it cost them. It cost them that possession. But they don't. But they don't see it that way because it worked out for them. You know
Exactly.
what I
No,
mean? So,
I didn't say that. I
so
seen what happened. I'm saying that the refs missed it, and it's nothing
just
that
like
the Brooklyn Nets did.
when the
You
Yes.
know
refs
what
It,
I'm
it,
saying?
wait,
in
hold
that
on.
game
It
against
is
Brooklyn Nets,
absolutely something that the Brooklyn Nets did. The
it
Brooklyn
is
Nets coach touched the basketball. It's
exactly.
absolutely something that the Brooklyn Nets did.
Exactly. They cost the Wizards the game.
Nah, that cost one
Like,
play
and sit
at
here,
five
they'll
minutes left in the
sit
game,
about it,
decides the game. See,
but
y'all
like,
would say that because in
but
clutch
I
situations, y'all lose
I
after
don't know
5 minutes.
because
We
of the refs
win, y'all lose.
attack. They'll forget it.
Yo, that's hilarious though. Yo,
It
Kev,
is, bro.
but
Yo, you be easy, bro.
I
All
appreciate you, Brody.
right, man.
All right,
Mhm.
man. Yeah. Look.
Yo, Angelo said
That's
you
what
be
you hold
capping,
on.
Cash.
Yo, that's what you know you a VIP who run the city supporter. You feel me? Because he called my personal phone.
Mhm,
I don't allow that. You feel me? But
mhm.
Kev got it. You feel me?
Yo, man, and again, I wanted since we talking about the Washington game, Dayron Sharp, man, he had 14 points and 6 boards, and they forward heavy, and he outplayed all of them statistically. I mean, Kuzma had 16 and 6, he had 14 and 6. Like he did well. He had better stats than Bryant. Bryant had 6 points and 5 boards. Huchimara, he had. I mean, Hachimara, he had
You called that
14
man
and 4.
Hoochie Mara, bro? That's violation, son. That's violation. Yeah.
I didn't mean to call him that. Shout to Hachimura, right? He had 14 and 5, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, he did good, but listen, man, Sharp had 14 and 6 and 2 assists, and he was 5 for 6. Like, yo, man, listen, I'm thinking our rookies is the reason why we have the advantage going into mid-season, postseason, in the play in the finals. That's why, because our rookies. And like, I've seen what we doing with Tesla. He only had 5 points, but it was five important points. He had a three at the end of the game. He had a steal at the end of the game. Like I said, just looking at the stats and don't tell the whole story. When I watched the game, I'm looking at Kessler and what he did with Bradley Bill. Listen, Bradley Bill, what he got his points. What Bill had, I'd say Bill had that game 23, right? But he shot 7 for 18, and he was cold the whole first half. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
He beat us in
Bill
the third quarter, but it wasn't enough to you know what I
Bill
mean?
hasn't really been playing well
Destroy shit.
as of late.
Well,
Bill's been struggling as of late. You feel me? He's been struggling as of late. So I wasn't surprised to see him not have a good game against y'all.
yeah. I know the Spurs want to have a good game against us tonight. You know what I'm saying? We beat them in the overtime game last week. You know what I mean? So we go out there. That was at the Barclays. So we go out there tonight. And, Murray, he's a bad man. I think if we play Boston now, put Brown and DJ or Kessler Edwards, even put him on Dante Murray, we slowed him down early. But I want to say statistically, just being watching basketball, the team that jumps out first be the team that wins most time. Like, yes, the team that has to come back and you can win it still, but the percentage is not 500 or better. The
Yeah, yeah.
team
I
is,
agree with you. I agree with that 100%.
yeah, bro.
If getting to a fast start is definitely important, or
Yeah,
at least stay in competitive range, right? If you
exactly.
if you go down double digits early, more times than not, you're going to lose the game. You feel me?
Right.
But I do want to jump back on a subject. Pause. Uh, about the refs. Just talk about as a whole because you had your point when you had complaints about the refs. The Knicks obviously have complaints about the refs, especially after the Timberwolf game. Last 2 minutes, you say you missed 3 calls, and 2 of them were in the last minute of the game. You feel me? One was a steal by R.J. Barrett where he got pushed for a foul, which ended up being a no call. But anyway, uh, do you think there should be some kind of penalty for the refs for fumbling the bag like this on a consistent basis? Because it's all around the NBA now. The refs in the NBA have been doing a horrible job this year. Like all around the NBA. So do you think when these last 2 minute reports or whenever they review the games, do you think there should be some kind of penalty for referees for effing up the games?
Yeah, because I think every job gets penalized when they don't perform at elite level. Like you could watch, and I mainly know this from like playoff games, whether any sport. The referee is known, like, even boxing. Like boxing is known for like famous referees. You know what I'm saying? They know how
Bill's
to call a
name.
game. It's always fair, always clean. You want that. You want that in boxing. You want that in any sport. So yeah, I think that even give them accolades to show you that it worked both ways. When you're the best referee, you made the cleanest calls, you called the tightest games, and you made the best calls in your games. I think they should be acknowledged for that. But like you said, on the flip side, yeah, it'd be nice because then it gives them more of a
Incentive.
professional professional look at it as well too. Because I feel like players, they're already passionate because it's heated. You understand? They got a horse in the race, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
They definitely passionate and playing and talking shit. Referees not talking shit to each other because they referee, they officiate in the same game. Like they together. Like this isn't the Milwaukee referees and the Brooklyn referees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's like when you there, you just got one set of referees, and that's the referees for that home game. What I'm
Yeah.
saying, so they're all on the same side. So and it being more than one referee, like they got a referee for the floor, like then
Yeah.
they got referee behind the
Three.
back, like
Yeah.
you know what
It's
I'm
three
saying?
referees each NBA game. Three.
I would
On
like to
court.
see them get it right, and if they to in conclusion, I would like to see them get it right, and if they did get it right for the most part, I would like to see them acknowledged for it, and if they don't, you know what I mean, let them be on Shaq and the Fool or some shit like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm
I
saying? I don't know.
I I didn't even think about a rewards part. You feel me? I like that idea too. You feel me? Like you definitely put a new perspective on that for me. But I definitely
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
that
Sponsor us, man. We be coming up with good ideas, man. Sponsor us,
yeah,
man. I'm
we
saying, what's up,
we
man?
we definitely need a penalty for missing crucial, especially crucial because let's be perfectly honest. These guys' job is not easy. They're calling plays as it happened on a minute by minute, by a millisecond basis, bro. Like
Mhm.
these guys are moving at extremely fast paces. There's 10 guys that you're monitoring on the court with 3 people. You feel me? So I'm aware that their job is difficult, but you're also a professional at your job. You're the highest level of basketball referee. You go through stages. You go from like street games to coaching, like you know,
Mhm.
PAL, maybe even what's the basketball thing that all the stars go through? Uh,
What?
uh, when they're younger, they play. Everybody playing this shit when they're younger,
Oh, the
like
McDonald's
stars.
game?
Nah, not the McDonald's. I'm talking about like going across country as a youngster playing each other. What is it called? I'm drawing a blank.
Man, me too. I don't know what
Yeah, but
exactly.
anyway, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But then you go,
Right.
that's another stage of refereeing. Then you go to college. Then you
Mhm.
feel me? And then you go to like the minor leagues, which is the D League. And then
Yeah.
you go to so you're the best, supposed to be the best of the perfection. Hey,
Right.
thank you. I gotta acknowledge somebody who just helped me. Kev Vega, thank you. AIU. You feel me? Yeah.
Okay, AIU. Okay.
Yeah. So that's another so boom.
That's
So
okay.
you got you the best in your profession, supposedly. So yes,
Yeah.
there should be consequences when you are shaping the outcome of games. You feel me? Because say for instance, you also got to think about the kind of money that's on the line when teams make or don't make the playoffs. Say for instance, it's a tight race for a playoff spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a team miss it by 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a game on their loss record where there was questionable calls that cost them the game. The referee effectively cost that organization millions of dollars. You
Yeah,
feel
but
me? Like,
I feel like I do, but when you're in a win now ball club, you're upset that you're in a situation where you missed the playoffs because of the referee. You kind of
yeah,
want to be up. You don't want to be in a play-in tournament situation. No disrespect, like the Knicks, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. You want to put yourself in a situation where you're winning basketball games convincingly. You even spoke on that
yeah,
earlier.
that's a
You
fact.
were saying like, "Yo, you want to whoop teams." And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real with you. As a fan, I'll be wanting to whoop teams because my heart can't take it no more. You know, sometimes as a Brooklyn Nets fan, it's like, yo, just like how we let them back in the game. We had them the entire game, the tempo, the momentum for the first 3 quarters, the 4 quarters. There's no time that they had to lead, and if they did, it was minute time, amount of time. But case in point is, nah, nah, you don't want to be in a 1 point game situation like the Wizards. That's what happened. Like we had to lead the entire game by 10. That's like Bradley Bill. He was cold. So they would go to him on offense to try to cut into the lead, but he was cold. And I contribute some of that to Kessler. I get at the Kess. Shout out to Kess. He played great defense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say you want to the clutch games is good, yeah, but sometimes I feel like when you clicking on all cylinders and everything is efficient, you're going to whoop teams. You're going to beat them by 10 plus. You feel me? That's to me a convincing win. Like we did right. You know what I mean? Forget how
Yeah,
bad they did. We won because we did good, and that's what I want to win. That's how I want to win. I don't want to feel like we won because of the refs or luck. I want to let them know like we an elite team. That's why us beating Chicago is important. You know what I'm saying? To kind of say like, yo, we could play with the big boys. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
want to play with the big boys?
Pause.
Pause.
Yo,
But
that was
pause.
crazy. You want to play
But
with the what?
no, no,
Hey,
I'm just saying
yo,
the elite team. Pardon.
pause.
I apologize.
Pause. You
Joey,
want to
I
play with
apologize.
the
I
what?
definitely put a dollar in the pause bucket.
That was crazy, bro.
But yeah, that was crazy. I apologize. But us being elite teams is important. And, us, we all go through injuries. Lonzo Ball, they say he's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. All played with through an injury. And this, as a young player, it's not smart for him to play through this injury. I'm
No.
pretty sure his dad advised him, don't play through this injury. So, case in point is it's unfortunate that he won't play with the Chicago Bulls and missed this time because of the injury. But looking at it as a fan, statistically, I think they drop in the rankings not having Lonzo Ball, but that this everything he brings to the Bulls. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
So
I think they could survive without Lonzo better than they can without Zach. You feel me? I think
they without Zach too.
yeah, missing Zach Levine is hurting them more than anything.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm
So when I looked at them, they definitely looked like they was on a losing streak.
watch your phone. Yeah, yeah.
They on a losing streak right now. No, they won their last game actually.
Cause Zach not playing, bro. You feel me?
But they 5-5 in their last 10.
And I think Zach he been out. I forgot how long he been out.
I'm gonna check that too. It's right now the top four teams got 28 wins, man. The Heat got 29, but they in second behind the Bulls. We in third, tied with the Heat, and they up because they beat us in the game already. So that's a
Yeah,
division game they got us by. But we beat the Bucks beat us, but we got them up. We're in
because
third
they got
instead of
more
fourth.
losses. They got more losses
Right.
than
They
y'all.
got 19. Right. They played three more games. We still
Yeah,
making up. And we make one of those games up next week when we play LA and then we got a back to back with Denver. Like, these are tough games to win. Like, I'm
yep.
not making excuses. Yeah, they NBA professionals, but when you gotta play the Lakers and then you gotta play Denver, like that's not easy. You know what I'm
One
saying? Like,
1 through 6 in the East right now is a 2 game difference. You feel
right.
me? That's crazy. You feel
I
me?
know, no, and I contribute this to the play-in tournament. I feel like since the play-in tournament started, it made a more competitive NBA, and I like it, bro. I'm gonna keep
uh,
it real with you. I like the play-in tournament and what it brings to the NBA. Real.
yeah, I contribute to the moves that was made in the offseason. You feel me? And last season. That's why I told you go sit down. Now you hurt yourself. That's why you need to go sit down. You don't want to listen. That's why you hurt yourself. Yeah, yeah, I contributed to the fact of some of the moves that was made in the offseason. You feel me? That move with Chicago. The Heat was good last year, so they stayed pretty much put. The Bucks won the championship. You feel me? I think that the addition of Jared Allen and Larry Marketing last year. You feel me?
You,
That
you,
that for
you
that
could debate that's probably the best off-season moves with Chicago. Like,
because yo, I was watching the
and us,
Cavaliers game, and I didn't know what's the dude name from the Cavs. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Garland. I didn't
yeah,
know he was gonna be this good.
yeah. No, I know
I
he was.
remember because I
I knew he
remember
was.
going into the draft the year that we drafted RJ. Right before the draft, the Knicks decided to work Garland out, and I was upset. You feel me? Like, oh hell no, why y'all working out Garland? I want RJ Barrett, and I'm still happy we got RJ Barrett. But I was like, why the hell y'all working this kid out? I guess they knew something
Mhm.
about this kid because he can ball, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
I
can
know.
ball.
And I'll be honest, I didn't know he was that good until Sexton got hurt because I knew that combination was good. And I felt like they were that good because they played side by side. And when they were still winning games without Sexton, I was like, all right, he a baller. You feel what I'm saying? And we got to worry about them because they got Jared Allen. So they was on my radar kind of quick because they took y'all spot. Where
Yo,
I thought y'all would be, I think that's where they are. And I think that's why the NBA is interesting as well, because nobody expected Cleveland to play this well. But we knew that they
you know
would be good. Just
part of the
Angelo Blue, man. Hold on, let me see what Angelo. Yep.
part of the reason why I think Cleveland is good is because Sexton got hurt. They better
The podcast.
defensively without him. Yeah. You can put him on. Pause.
Hold on. Yo, shout out to Angelo. He called up. Go ahead, Angelo.
Yo, fellas, y'all doing a good job, man. I ain't gonna say much, but y'all doing a good job,
Appreciate
man.
Yeah.
I said this last season. When the referees make a mistake and it comes out the following day in the news that they made a mistake, they should find a way to get at these referees, dude.
Facts.
Find a way to get at them. These referees be getting away with a lot of drama, man. They finding the players. You find all these players, but you're not finding the referees for making city calls. Missed calls.
Facts.
Don't think about it the next day because teams are losing.
Right.
Facts.
Right, yo.
Somebody needs to get at Eric Adams, somebody, and let them know when the referees have up like this, they need to get at them, man. Take some money away from them. Do something. It's not fair. It's not fair to the fans. It's not fair to the league that the referees is getting away with this, man.
I agree.
Good work, fellas.
All right, thanks. That's letting them
Appreciate
know.
you.
Angelo, always letting them know. You heard? That's how it
Yo,
go.
I agree 100%. Like, yo, it's never a good situation when you have somebody with some kind of authority over something with no kind of repercussions. You feel me? Like you'll find a player for getting a tech. Getting a tech costs players money. For having emotion about the game, the referees have the ability to take money out of these players' pockets. You feel me? Or for whim, if they feel like it or not, right? You feel me? So why are we not penalizing these guys when they mess up? It just don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. I guarantee.
With the rule change, I imagine some of this will happen. We discussed a majority of the first part of the season, and I say some of it is expected because it is new rules implemented, and I imagine they'll get better next season. But again, this is what separates the good from the great. You know what I mean? I feel like this is why Jordan gets the accolades that he do because he played in one of the toughest eras in the NBA, where he knew he couldn't.
Uncle Stan calling me right now.
Okay.
Yo, you on
Brooklyn.
Boo. Tread lightly. Tread lightly.
Yeah.
No, I hang up.
It's all good. Listen, man. I'm just going to speak a couple of facts, and then I'm going to breeze. You know what I'm saying? What up, Breezy?
Yo,
listen.
Good, man.
All around the league have been horrible this year. I've been seeing it in every game. The rule changes. I don't know what the hell the rest is doing. They've been fucking up a lot for a whole bunch of teams. So we just going to X them out.
Yeah.
But I just want to address the New York Knicks now. Brooklyn, we in a delicate time with KD being out. You know what I'm saying? Cats going to have to step up and do their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we see some of that.
About this before. The problem with playing for the New York Knicks is that the pressure is too great for these players, man. They're not this city. Look at Julius Randle. In 1 year, he went from the city's hero to giving them the thumb down. You can't. The city has no patience. It's like
talk that shit, son.
But we've been waiting. I'm 3 years old. I was 3 years old. They won a chip, and every couple years we have this energy where this is what they gonna do. They gonna do. This our year. This our year, and you get excited, and then they do the same thing. Cat can't play in this that they built for it because the pressure is crazy. You have a 3-game streak. You coming home to get booed. They've been getting booed crazy guard lately. Like 3 games at home. The home crowd been booing them cats. And if you ain't that kind of pressure, you can't play here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fan base in Brooklyn, it does not compare with the Brooklyn Nets fan base. So the pressure is not great yet. It's not as that not great for the Brooklyn Nets player as it is for New York. This franchise been here since the beginning of the league, and they haven't delivered shit in 48 years. The pressure here is great. And if they don't find cats that could deal with the pressure and play ball, they ain't never going to be shit. And that's all I got to say. I love y'all niggas, man.
I love you too. I love you too, Seth. Yo, bravo. Great call.
Yeah. Yeah, word. He was speaking facts, you feel me? And
great
call. there's been a lot, and he's right. You know, the pressure here is crazy to play for the Knicks, right? The pressure is crazy. So pause, because that's a crazy statement. But anyway, but there's been a lot of Knicks fans that's been calling for RJ for the Knicks to build around RJ. And the reason why, you feel me? It's for
Mm-hmm.
two reasons.
Yeah.
It's because his potential and the fact that he's so even killed and he can handle that kind of pressure because
Yeah.
he doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low on himself.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I
Yeah.
agree. I do think there's going to be a point where this is absolutely going to be RJ Barrett's team. And I think he's and I mean like the kid's 21, bro. You feel
Thank
me? The
you.
kid's 21. The kid's 21. Absolutely, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, so I just feel like Sad was right. It does take us a very special kind of player to play here. You know,
Yeah.
uh Carmelo Anthony got a lot of criticism as a Knick, right? But I will say this. He performed almost every night. The teams that they put around Carmelo Anthony, aside from the year where we won 56 games or 54 games or some shit like that, the rest of those teams was dookie. He had no help. You feel me? So Carmelo is going out every night, getting his numbers, doing what he was brought here to do, which is score the basketball.
Mhm.
Carmelo Anthony never ducked no questions. He sat there every game at the post game, answered all the tough questions, took all the weight of responsibility for each loss on his shoulders. Carmelo was absolutely built for New York, right? But
Mhm.
they put a trash team around him. Julius Randle, and you know I speak very highly of Julius Randle, and I always go, I don't tolerate no Julius
Randle.
Randle. Yeah, but what we starting to see is he might not be built for the city, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like he
That's how
might
the
not.
cookie crumble. Oh
He
man.
might not. And we know, and we already know you was a Melo fan when you was a Knick. You feel me? When you was a Knick fan, we found the pictures. Say hello to Melo. Yeah, we
Yo,
found the
that's
picture.
listen, man. I like Melo, man. He from Brooklyn, man. Yo, I told you I tried to find a Knicks fan friend. I couldn't find none, so now we here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so
But
yeah,
peep
so yeah.
game. So hold
Let me
on.
let me let me let me sum up what I was saying. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Unless Julius Randle shuts up and play basketball and start taking his aggression out on the opposing team, I'm all for him getting some offensive fouls just out of frustration. You feel me?
So
Absolutely.
you was gonna say trade him.
So no, I'm not saying trade him. I really think that he could turn it around. But what I'm saying is his actions of late is showing that, hey, bro, you looking real sensitive, fam. You feel me? You looking real sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I want to see is you start getting those calls. Do what Shaq used to do. Shaq stopped complaining about foul calls, and he hurt whoever was defending him. I mean, like, not hurt in an injury way, but hurt him to the point that they didn't want to guard him no more. You feel me? Like, we watch guys get scared to guard Shaq, and I feel like Julius Randle could have that same kind of impact if he
This, this what I'm
if
trying
he
to
just
say.
turned if he just turned on being a fucking bully. Just turn it on, bro.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I was saying about the Brooklyn Nets game. I'm not saying that he didn't get fouled by Harden in the paint. I'm saying if you're a power forward and you make a fadeaway play on a point guard or a two guard or whatever, then you're not putting pressure on the refs to call foul. If you're supposed to be the strongest and the refs look at you like, yo, you the strongest, and you go up and you like, ah, you causing pressure on the refs to call foul. So that's my problem with him is the attitude he's taking about it. And to add to what I was trying to say, to not cut you off, but Patty Mills in contrast, he feeds off of the crowd. He hit a three, you would think he hit a million of them. He he hit 139 and he's fourth in the NBA right now. I see your ball fine. I see Evan Fournier finally on the list, but he's what 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the list. So okay, he's 11 on the list with 119 for made threes this season. Patty Mills is fourth with 139 made. So this is why I made, but I'm not contrasting it. I'm just saying that to say that when Patty Mills hit the three, and he did that 139 times this season, he feeds off of the crowd. He never thumbs down the crowd. When he's cold or whatever, he just he sit there. He cool. He all right. But I'm gonna take that next shot like I'm gonna make. That's how a professional athlete you want to see conduct themselves out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like the competitiveness of Kyrie, and I feel like he's ready for big city basketball. He's come from a good system, a great system with Coach Pop and the Spurs and San Antonio Spurs. We played them tonight. Game about to start in a few minutes, but I imagine he has a big game. He feeds off of that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get the chairs and he's going to get the booze. But my point is that he's in the atmosphere that he can grow from. He's ready for the big city. The energy he's ready for it. He absorbs it. He's like ready to take the three all the time, ready to pump the crowd up, ready all the time. Like we could be down and we made that team call a timeout. You're like, yeah, yo, we watching the game, watching Patty Mills. He's one of the most exciting players you could see play basketball. I know that gets overlooked because of Harden and KD and Kyrie. I didn't even mention how he had 30 with Washington. It was tween cross. He's one of the most exciting players to watch. Kyrie is amazing to watch, and it don't look like he missed a step. I seen a Russ get shook off in those first two games, and in that third game of Washington, he looked like he was 100% Kyrie Irving, and we're gonna need that tonight. I think we win tonight game and a close one, honestly, in a squeaker. But I think we leave the San Antonio with a win tonight. I feel like that for real. But my point is
I
saying I
was
want to say is Patty Windmills is a play that can play in the big city, and maybe Randall is.
uh well, the responsibility of both of them are completely different. It's two different roles. You feel me? One is to be a leader of the team. The other one is to be a guy coming off the bench. Right? It's two different responsibilities, two way different kinds of pressures that goes into
But
those situations.
his
You
role
feel?
did change. He did have to start because of injuries, like prior we discussed. He did
But
have to
still,
start some games, but
still
it's still
not even.
roles. But
He,
he handled
he's
every
still
play we need him
he's
to handle.
still not even. He's still not even looked at as one of the top 2 to 3 scorers on his team. Like y'all don't look for him for offense like that. Like he's
Yeah,
when you look at
he do,
if you look at him as far as the best players on your team, he's not the top, not even the top 3. You
bro.
feel me?
But the
But so
point is
my
that
point is this because I'm getting diverted from my point, right? The responsibilities are different between both of them. You feel me? But with Julius Randle, he just has to shut up and play basketball, bro. That's it. Stop talking. When have you ever seen complaining to the refs work? Unless your name was Michael Jordan. You feel me? Like that's the only time it ever worked.
there was yo. I seen clips of how they used to foul Jordan. He was really getting
But
fouled.
yeah, no, that's fact. But what I'm saying is, I only see one clip ever in my whole entire life when a player was talking to the ref and he changed the call, and that was Michael Jordan. When Mike said, "I believe you, Mike. If he did that, I believe you. I didn't see it," and then he called a foul. This is the only time I ever seen it happen, right? So my point is, why are you complaining
Right.
to the refs? It's not going to change the call. Shut
And
up, play basketball.
yeah, yeah. And I was
Take
saying
that
that.
bus.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was saying that when said call, shout out to said that was a great, amazing call. I was saying that what Jordan did was get stronger. He said, all right, these refs ain't gonna give me the call. I'm gonna get stronger. He hit the gym, he got stronger, and as much as he got the call, he don't get credit for how much of the he had to play through. So yeah, he did get the call finally. Maybe after he got fouled 2 or 3 times already, and it's a consistent thing. But nah, I don't think they just anytime you touch Jordan, he got the foul. I think he had
Right.
to work for a long time and build that rapport with the refs because he talks to them after, and then, like we was discussing, like I'm pretty sure refs they watch film and they like, yo, damn, I missed that call. Oh yeah, that was a good call on me. I did that. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I think that's what we gotta look for because of the rule change. And they caught Kyrie the other day. He had threw a shoulder into a defender, and they caught that. So again, they do catch some of it, but not all of it. This is the first half of the season. Now we in the second half, but I feel like they'll adjust, and we're gonna need them to do that going into the postseason and the finals. We're gonna definitely need the best out of the season as far as games being called, because a lot of these games that's being decided are under 10 points. The whole league is competing. Houston even went on a streak. They one of the worst teams, but they went on a streak and they beat us one game. Case in point is the whole NBA is competing, and again, emphasis on the play in tournament. The eight ain't safe no more. You only safe from 1 through 6, and that matters because 7 through 8 got a chance to make it, and 9 through 10 got a chance to make it. And for a long time, if you feel like you was gonna be 9 and 10 and you was toggling between 11 and 12, you just like tank the season probably. But if
Yeah.
you in the area right now, even with the Knicks, I don't think they think it's tank the season. They thinking like, nah, we went to the playoffs last season. For us to tank, it'll make y'all look bad if anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
It's still a lot of hope for the Knicks. You feel me? If we got to turn it around now, we're 4 games out of the 7th seed. We're 4 games out of the 7th seed, right? There's a 4-game difference between us and 7, right? And but the whole thing is with the Knicks, the philosophy of chucking up threes just have to change, bro. You feel me? That can't be. We have to be an inside-out team. That's the way we need to play. Part of the strength of the Knicks last year and shooting a high 3-point percentage was the fact we didn't take a billion of them. Right? We didn't take a billion threes. This is why we shot a high clip, because we was working an inside-out game. And that's what we need to go back to, because our defense is teetering on the point of getting back to where it was last year. Right? So now let's attack the basket, bro. The goal should be to try to keep teams under 100 and get to the rim.
Yo, I just got this dope stat. When you ready.
Yeah.
And I got this dope stat. This is the first quarter stat. Amazingly, right now, the LA Lakers are averaging 38.2 points per game in the first quarter, right? They
Crazy.
average the most. So right now, it's I'm gonna scroll down. We talking about our respective teams. So we are respectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the league right now. In the first quarter, averaging 30 points per game. But number 13, the Knicks are number 11. No, that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's my son. 19,
Yeah.
20, 21,
That's why I said, what up?
all right, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, Josiah, 2 times 7 up. Y'all 28 right now, bro. With averaging 26.5 in the first quarter. And again, I mentioned the first quarter specifically because that's where I had the issues are with the Knicks. And us being 13th, averaging 30 points per game, I'm not mad. I feel like if we could average 30 points per game every quarter, we'll win games more. We don't score as good as we did last season, especially now with KD being out. I imagine it'll slow down, but we scored a lot of points last game with 119. That's because Kyrie was there. He had 30. Like, Kyrie being back is such a relief. He helps basketball winning. He's winning basketball out there, bro. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, one of my favorite players to watch.
Especially with KD being hurt, him coming back was perfect timing, because
what?
Y'all would be in real trouble right now if Kyrie wasn't playing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to think about it, man.
So back to the stat that you just talked about, which I 100% agree. You feel me? The 2 weakest quarters for the Knicks is the first and the third.
Like, first and the third. Okay, let's follow that up with stats.
And again, I'm gonna go back to saying that, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back to saying this is part of coaching, because the team will start out slow, but yet Coach Tommy T would leave the starters in with no energy for most of the first quarter. And why they getting whipped instead of trying to interject some energy into the game? You feel me? I will salute him for playing, Grimes more. And I love that kid because he can shoot. He's a shooter and he plays really good defense. Once he really figure out how to play defense in the NBA, he gonna be super fire. But anyway, yeah, that the first quarter is a big, like last game, we scored very low in the first quarter. Very low.
yo, looking at the stats altogether, yo, again, I say it was a bad trade because y'all tried to increase offense and y'all didn't do that. Not especially midway in the season. I see what you mean. Like, yo, in the first part of the season, we got to work out some kinks, this, that, and the third. But to be halfway minute of the season, you kind of want to be like trying to solidify, like, all right, this is the direction we're going. And right now, when I look at the Brooklyn Nets, I look at it like, yo, us having Kyrie with KD hurt help us keep going in the right direction we supposed to be going on. The ship named champion is championship. Kyrie not being there puts a lot of emphasis and stress on the rookies to perform at a championship contending level with only Harden there. And the significance of that is that he left Houston so he wouldn't have to be the only guy that was a vet running the show. He wanted help. And with Kyrie not being there, he doesn't have that help. But Patty Wynn Mills does help on the veteran side, and Aldridge do. Yo, Patty Wynn Mills and Aldridge be having good games, and they part of our winning too. You know, Patty Wynn Mills shot 5 for 7 for three last game. Aldridge had 27 points last game. And again, the significance is they help the chemistry, them being new pieces on the team for real, because they played on three basketball teams together, this thing being the third one. You feel what I mean? So, we got lucky, but well, not lucky. I imagine that was done on purpose, making them like having them on the same team for chemistry and cohesiveness. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
offensively, I feel like y'all made a bad trade with Evan and Kemba because the production offensively that y'all were looking for, y'all don't get. And I
So,
see
so
problems. Yeah, and it's good for
I,
us.
in theory, it was the right decision, right? I just think that Kemba needs to be. The way it works is that they expected Kemba to be aggressive, right?
Yeah.
And and we didn't trade for Kemba. We signed him for almost no money, right? So I'm not. That's why I'm not mad. That's why I said it was a low risk, high reward situation. If he played, if he played to the way that we thought he could play, that's the high reward. The low risk was the fact that he only cost us $9 million a year. So we didn't. That's why I said we don't really lose much in the Kemba situation, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because Kemba is playing to his salary right now. Like he's not playing to the player that we thought he was going to be coming here. He's playing to the money that we paid him. So that's what I'm saying. We don't lose much with Kemba, but Evan is a little bit different. Even though Evan is playing better as of late, it's still a lot of inconsistency, right?
Mhm.
The game before he scored 27 points. The game before that he scored in the single digits again. The game before that he scored 18 points. You feel me? Like
Oh my
he's
god.
playing better. It's just a lot of inconsistency and
Yeah.
lack of a lack of aggression. The Knicks win games when we attack the basket. That's just facts. When
But
Evan is when
but what
Evan is when Evan is mixing up his offense between shooting the three,
mhm,
making mid-range jump shots, and getting to the paint and making that floater that he likes so much now,
mhm,
that's when he scores 20 plus.
mhm,
When he's not aggressive, like the rest of the team, only relying on his three-point shot,
mhm.
that's where he scores his single digits.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I really feel like like you saying in my words, I'm saying in other words, know your assignment. And I feel like when I seen a stat the other day, there was a know your assignment. It was about Mitch Robinson and how all his points come from the paint, not around the paint, not the key, not the three, all in the paint. So my thing is that's knowing your assignment. You know what you're there for. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm saying if that's not going to be supported, y'all going to lose games because he's efficient at doing whatever it is that he's doing. Like he don't do nothing else. But that he's efficient at it. And I think we got that in the Patty Windmills where he's not gonna do a bunch of crosses and this and that. He's just gonna come in and do what he do. And Kyrie Irving, like he got 7. He's 3 for 3 right now. He just started the game and he's on fire. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to he's playing basketball, man. He's ready, he's back, and it's looking good. Like, yo, and I'm saying that to say Sharp knows his assignment. Patty Wynn Mills knows his assignment. Irvin do. Harden do. Kessler Edwards do. Aldridge do. Bembry do. Bruce Brown. I think we could give him more minutes because his assignment from what it was last season is not what it is now. Javon
Yeah.
Carter, he might get traded to keep it real. Paul Millsap, he just got traded. Oh, we got him in a situation where he is going to get traded. He was out for a lot of personal reasons, and that was what always posted. And now they're saying they're going to trade him. So again, he did a tweet saying, good looking. It was like all peace. It wasn't no situation where it was sticky or ugly. So shout out to Paul Millsap. He's going to be going somewhere else, and it's going to be up to us to add a piece. Me personally, I want to make sure we secure Kess. Make sure we keep Kess. Keep Kess. That's my champagne campaign. Make sure he don't leave. We need to keep Kess. He only had 5 points, but it was big points. He had 3 points, and it was a three that took the lead or made the Wizards call a timeout, and he had a steal like around that time. So again, everything don't show up on the stat sheet. So the first order of business is once Millsap is out, make sure that Kess is in. And I think we trade Javon Carter. They talk about trading Nick Claxton, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I think he stays, and I think it works out with Nick Claxton. I like what he brings on the defensive because we switch. And as far as perimeter defense, he's the reason why we're such good. We have such good defense on the perimeter. The 3 point shot is because when Nick Claxton switched out and played defense on that point guard, shooting guard, whoever, it's hard to shoot over his long arms, bro. Like for real, and he contesting the shot every time, and that's what makes us a good defensive ball club. So I think we stay with him, especially it being in the second half of the season, and we developed him for like 3 years already, and this is the most minutes in time that he actually played, and now he's playing well. So for us to trade him would be like all that for what? Nah, keep him. Let him win here and then talk turkey with him afterwards. Talk business, and I'm saying go to the negotiating table in the off season after we win this chip, and we go from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking for.
Nick Clack suffers from what Mitchell Robinson used to suffer from his first few years in the NBA. He's just too damn light. You feel me? He's just too skinny to guard the bigger centers in the NBA, and that's where that's gonna be his deficit for a while. Like I got no smoke for Nick Clax. I think he's a good young talent, but he's just too light. You feel me? Like he got to put on some weight. You
I
feel
think
me?
wise when we put him out, we take him out of situations where he's in the paint, having big guys and leaning on him heavy. You know what I'm saying? Throwing him in the post, and he always got to back down his hamstring or whatever. We put him in situations where he's the three, and he could switch to a four. And again, it's about assignment, knowing your role. Don't always put him in the paint, but put him in the paint depending on who we play. Matchups mean a lot. Teams go out and pick certain players because in the playoffs they feel like we're going to match up with this team. And when we match up with this team, we need to have this player so we could beat these players, or we have these players so we could beat this team. You know what I'm saying? So matchups mean a lot, and we win with Nick Claxton when he plays the three or the four. We put him at the five, we put him at a disadvantage. We don't want him at the five. We put him at the three or the four. We got him. We do good with Nick Claxton.
I was just on my phone, scrolling and shit. We was talking about free throws earlier. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson for tweeting and knowing that he's effing up on the free throw line. He tweeted, "I got to make free throws. I sold on those big time. Absolutely, you feel me?
Accountability. I like that.
Yo, I like because I'm about to get off this because I got to go tend to my kid because she's getting very antsy and wanting a lot of attention. So, so
I think Aaliyah.
I will say, Kalia, silent said hi. She said hi, silent. Yeah, so I'm gonna be 100% honest and real because I ain't gonna front. Me and a whole bunch of other Knicks fans been smoking on Julius Randle packs. Feel me? So
I love it.
so
I love it.
so and we're gonna be perfectly honest. The reason why this team has been losing is because of Julius Randle. You feel me? Like
pass that, Pat.
I'm almost wash your hands. Yes. Go wash your hands. Yeah. So if he plays, like let's for instance, I'm referencing last game because that's the most recent game we got, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of decent performances from quite a few people on our team. Not gonna hold you, right?
Yeah.
Kalia, yes. All right. I can't do. Wait. So, uh, good job, kid. So look, we had quickly with you. This I'm going with the bench players. We had 3 people off the bench in double digits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quickly before Burks with 13, Grimes with 13, right?
Got 7 boards.
Right? And then you got Mitchell Robinson with 17, RJ Barrett with 17. Julius Randle plays anything like we expect him to play, or just gives us 15 points that game. We win. You get what I'm saying? Like,
What was he at the free throw line?
bro, I don't got that stat in front of me right now. But it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. You feel me? But my point is that I'm making is the fact that if he plays to any kind of level that we expect him to, we win some of these games.
Mm-hmm.
If if you're scoring 18 points to 22 points, we win a lot of these games because the supporting cast is starting to step up and do what they're supposed to do as a supporting cast.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
got like I said, you got RJ Barrett with 17. You got
It's Randall right here.
go put that shit down, man. So you got 1,
Can't-
2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 members of supporting cast in double digits.
Man.
You expect to win these games, especially when you hold the Pelicans to only 102 points.
Right.
That's around the threshold where you want to keep teams when you're trying to win games.
Right.
But if your star only gives you 4 points, bruh.
He's not the king of New York, bro. He's not. He is not, bro. Not playing like that, bro.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said it to the guys last night. I said, yo, he makes it very hard to defend him.
Bro, all I'm saying is leadership wise, you know, again, you got to have that mindset to play in this city. And that's why I got the candle is because he's melting under the pressure. Like you said, RJ headspace don't look like the same as Randall headspace. They look different mentally. KD headspace, Harden headspace, the way they talk in their interviews ain't the same. I ain't see Randall smiling months. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like
Thinking,
I listen to the post game interviews, and and like you say, you're about to wrap up, so I'll conclude. But I listen to the post game interviews, and we still have that mentality to win a championship this season. Nothing's changed. We waiting for KD to come back, and hopefully be back before the playoffs start. And again, we keeping the same energy, and we're playing like it as well. This I said we would go 4-0 in this road trip, and we're 2-1. I think we win tonight game and we'll be 3-1 on this road trip, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? We win 3 out of 4 games. I'm cool with that. But yeah, for the most part, that's what I wanted to say. And just in contrast to what you said, no, go ahead. But I said what I wanted to say.
all right, yeah. I said we was 0-4 on the road trip. I mean, on these last 4 games, I was wrong. We're 1-3, which is not much better. You feel me? Coming into next week, we got a tougher schedule, man. And looking at the Clippers ain't really been playing really good basketball. Kawhi and Paul George is still not playing. But then after that we play the Cavs, we play the Heat, and then we play the Bucks.
Woo.
Yeah. So remember when we was talking, right? And I said, the end of February, like that January, February is going to be a real tough time for the Knicks. You feel me? And we're coming into that tough time. But the thing about it is, I feel like we play better against tough teams.
Okay.
You feel me? So there's a possibility that we can win some games in this next coming stretch. But we don't win these games if we don't attack the rim.
Yeah.
Attack the rim and play defense. That's it. We
Yeah.
have the athletes to attack the rim. The reason why RJ Barrett has been playing as well as he's been playing over these last stretch of games is because he's relentless at attacking the rim.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
already know what Robinson going to do. He can't do nothing but attack the rim.
Right. But
Feel
no,
me?
but that's what I'm saying about the bully type of basketball that y'all don't play that I feel like y'all supposed to play. Sometimes, and I learned this from football, and then I learned this just in sports in general. It don't matter if they know what you're gonna run. Long as you do it efficiently, it don't even matter. In football, they say, yo, we're gonna run to the right. But trust me, if you do it the right way, it don't even matter. The defense is going to be off guard because they're not working as a team, a unit, a cohesive unit, and that's what counts. And what I will say is, as far as effort and putting that in the conversation, because I see you spoke on that prior as well, running out to contest that three, yo, that changes the game because that's where the effort is. If you don't contest an NBA player at the 3 point line, he don't have no jitters at all. He's triple C, cool, calm, and collective. Watching you watch him about to take the three. But if that same player, defender, is running out to you, jumping at you to make you jump and tip it or anything like that, that's good defense to me. You feel me? Even if you got to pump fake and sidestep and then shoot the three, to me that's still good defense because you making the offense react to you playing defense. You feel what I'm saying? And I think games are determining that too. And the Nets have to get more into that because the refs, got rule change and expecting refs to get calls right when they just changed the rules this season is a long shot. And our best chances is attacking the basket and put pressure on the refs, if anything, to call because you cannot deny the physical contact. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what smart players are doing, putting pressure on the refs to make the call by attacking the basket. That's all I
Yeah.
got.
So I agree, and I feel like that's one thing that the Knicks has been doing better as of late is contesting the 3 point shot. I I tell the guys all the time because we watch all the games together. You feel me? As of late, shout out to my guys Rampage, Ray, Kev, Crash, Trash, all the guys, Curtis, Cody, all the guys in the group chat. We literally watch almost all the Knicks games together now. So, but I tell them all the time that's important is making teams shoot over the top of you. You don't necessarily have to play 110% the best defense, but you have good closeouts and make guys shoot over the top of you.
Yeah.
Shooting a 3-pointer is a hard thing to do. When you miss 60% of the time and they say that's good, you know you're doing something very difficult.
Right. Right. No,
You feel
definitely.
me?
Absolutely.
So like
Absolutely.
yo, like I'm gonna equate it to you being a batter at baseball. You can miss 70% of the time, and they be
Mhm.
like, "Oh, you had a good year batting at batting. If you fail 70% of the time, it's the same thing with shooting NBA basketball. You can
Yeah.
fail 60% of the
Especially.
time, and like you still had. So that's just to go to show you how difficult shooting
Yeah.
the NBA 3-pointer is. Right
Yeah.
now, you make it even more difficult with outstretched arms and hands. That's all you ask.
Yeah. Nah,
You
real talk.
take that. You take that. If you could take that 60% fail rate and make it a 70% fail rate, you're
Yeah.
having a great day defensively on the defensive end. You feel me? It's defending the three, and that's all you can ask from your defenders is, "Hey, close out, bro."
Yeah. Yeah. That
Like
deep.
yo,
Yeah. That
if,
effort.
if they and I was saying all that to say the kind of players that the Knicks are looking for and why we got Cam Reddish because he fits that mold that I've been talking about. That
Mhm.
6'5" to 6'8" range of guys that can switch with long, lanky arms that can make
About 2 minutes.
life difficult. That could, yeah, we about to close out of this right now. But I just
Yeah.
want to make this last point. Yeah,
Word.
that can make life difficult for offensive players. Like, all I ask for instance, one of our worst defenders, Evan Fournier. All I ask for him is to close out. You're 6'8", bro. There's not too many wing players that's gonna be able to just purely shoot over you.
Yeah.
If you close out with your hands up, that's a difficult shot for anybody. You're 6'8".
Yeah. Yeah, yo, in closing, you know what I'm saying? What I will say is I missed the part, I missed the station, you know what I mean? You know how I go. In closing, all our rookies are being looked at, you know what I mean? And they're gonna be vital to us winning basketball games going into the future. You know, Cam Thomas, he looking like the sixth man. Like the first sub we get, he's in there. And Dameron and Kessler are starting now, and DDJ is out of the starting lineup. Case in point is all of them are getting run, and we have the advantage by them. You know what I'm saying? Getting busy. So again, I appreciate y'all tuning in, sharing, subscribing. And I'll be back, you know, for the recap after the game. We playing the Spurs right now. It's a tight game. It's 22-20 us. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think we win this game and we in this road trip 3-4. 3 out of 4 points.
I'm almost done. Yeah. You know, shout out to everybody that pulled up as well. Make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube. Go follow us on Twitter. That's super important as well. You feel me? You know, shout out for y'all. Yo, you know what? I just want to thank everybody who's been giving us, you know, compliments on the content today, which was super dope because I've been watching the comments on this thing. And shout out to y'all for complimenting us on the content today because I ain't gonna lie, we had a really good show today. You feel me,
Yeah.
content wise, and I'm happy y'all all enjoyed it. You know, we not every day we got it. We don't have to yell at each other all the time.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the game. I know it's coming soon, so I'm focused on that. It's the 16th of February to be exact.
Yeah, we definitely got to figure out something to do special for the fans and
Yeah.
supporters for that game. You know what I mean? But yeah, yo, I'm off this. I appreciate everybody on the pull up.
Right.
Until next, we should be back in the studio next week. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yo, I holler. I'm
All right.
logging off this right now, girl.
All right. Peace, y'all.